Hello friends, welcome to the 12th part of capacitor presentation series. This part explains the codes and markings of capacitors. The topics for discussion in part 12 are Introduction to the capacitor codes and markings, color coding system, non-coded marking system, alphanumeric coding system, capacitor polarity markings, then the examples for capacitor markings. Capacitors have a variety of marking codes which indicate various properties for the capacitors. Size plays a major role in the capacitor markings. Small components use abbreviated coding systems, whereas larger capacitors write the relevant parameters fully on their cases. The basic coding schemes for the different parameters of the capacitors can be categorized into three major types: color coding system, non-coded marking system, and alphanumeric coding systems. In the capacitor color code system, the values are represented as color bands. By using a capacitor color code chart, it is easy to identify the capacitor. The value of the first band is the first number in the color chart. The value of the second band is the second number in the color chart. The third band is the multiplier. Fourth band is the tolerance of the capacitor. The fifth band represents the working voltage of the capacitor. The table shows the color chart for the capacitance value, tolerance, and temperature coefficient in the capacitor color coding system. The table shows the voltage color chart for the capacitor color coding system. In non-coded marking system, the capacitor parameters are directly marked onto the capacitor case. This method works best on larger capacitors where there is sufficient space for the markings. Alphanumeric coding system is used for smaller capacitor cases. Those have less space for printing the values. For small capacitors, the parameters are marked onto the body of the capacitors in the form of alphanumeric code. The main coded parameters include the capacitance value, tolerance, working voltage, polarity, etc. The common 3-digit code is used to represent the capacitance value. Here, a 3-digit code is printed onto the body of the capacitors to identify their capacitance in picofarads. The first two digits represents the value of the capacitors, while the third digit represents the number of zeros that need to be added. If there is no last number present, the initial two numbers represent the overall capacitance value in picofarad. Alphabetic codes are used to indicate the tolerance values, the dielectric type, and the working voltage. The table shows commonly used 3-digit capacitor value codes. In alphanumeric coding system, Three-digit capacitance value codes are often accompanied by an additional tolerance letter code. This table shows that tolerance codes. The working voltage for a capacitor is often marked on capacitors, particularly in situations where there is space for alphanumeric coding. If the capacitor is small, no voltage coding is provided. This table shows the working voltage codes. The temperature coefficient is quoted in terms of parts per million per degree Celsius. The table shows the EIA standard codes and generally used industry codes for the temperature coefficient. In SMT capacitors, there are two basic methods to specify the parameter values: direct value marking and coding method. In direct value marking, the value is given directly in microfarad. The coding method employs a letter and three numbers. The letter indicates the working voltage and the three numbers indicate the capacitance in picofarad. In the three numbers, the first two give the significant figures and the third is the multiplier. Many polar capacitors are marked with the actual positive and negative signs to easily identify the polarity. For electrolytic capacitor, a stripe on the body indicates the negative lead. For leaded tantalum capacitors, a positive sign is placed close to the positive lead. The slide shows the examples for capacitor codes and markings.